Good morning. You are welcome to this fourth edition of our online lesson. Once again, my name is Mr. Bulus Daniel. I am the teacher of English language for SS classes. Thank you for your audience this morning. And by the grace of God, we are going to be looking at another topic today titled Idiomatic Expressions. Idiomatic expressions. In this section, we have laid out several idiomatic expressions, cliches, and phrasal verbs, which will certainly help you in writing better letters, essays, and speaking proficiently and with acceptable fluidity in public and in your daily speech life. Now, I've mentioned some terms here. We have idiomatic expressions, cliches. Maybe you've not heard about the word cliches before. What are cliches? Cliches are the invention or the creation of words by a person or a group of people that can be adapted into the language community without asking unnecessary questions, because these persons are experts in the world of linguists. So we call them cliches. Alright? So phrasal verbs are the same with idiomatic expressions, while cliches are the invention and creation of words that can be adapted into the language community or language society. Just like we have people like Professor Wole Soyinka in the world of literature. These kind of people can sit down and coin words and bring it into the community of languages, especially in English language, and it will be adapted and believed to be what they call it to be. Are you following? So get it very clear. Okay. So we say phrasal verbs are the same with idiomatic expressions. And certainly this will help you in your writing abilities. You're writing letters, you're writing essays. It will help you, especially those of you in SS3 preparing for WAEC, NECO, NAPTEP. Your proficiency in writing at this level is very important. Is that clear? So study for yourself and get more information about it. Alright, note that idiomatic expressions, cliches, and phrasal verbs are in the same category. How? This is because they are not just ordinary structural utterances. They are not just ordinary structural utterances. They are not grammatical entries. Idiomatic expressions, cliches, and phrasal verbs are not grammatical entries. They are words manufactured in style. Is that clear? Alright. Now, let's look at the examples of idiomatic expressions and usage in sentences. We want to look at some idioms and how you can use those idioms to form a sentence. Example number 1. She does not like to take a shot in the dark. The underlined word here, take a shot in the dark, is the idiom. So when you say take a shot in the dark, it's not understood. So it's a hidden meaning. There is a hidden meaning attached to idiom. So that is why we say they are not grammatical entries. They are not just ordinary structural utterances that you can understand easily. Are you following now? So the meaning of take a shot in the dark, remember, take a shot in the dark is an idiom, and the meaning is guess at something suspected. So she does not like to take a shot in the dark, which means she does not like to guess at something suspected. Is that clear? Good. Next example. For the students to pass their examination was not a walkover. The underlined "a walkover" is an idiom which means easy. So what we are trying to say by this idiom here is that for the students to pass their examination was not a walkover. That means it was not easy. They've got to sweat to read very hard for their examination in order for it to become a walkover. I believe you are listening. Good. Next example. Looking for small snails to make his food. Are they left no stone unturned? Are they left no stone unturned? Left no stone unturned is an idiom which means make all efforts necessary. Make all efforts necessary. Are you getting the logic, please? Alright? Let me take it again. Looking for small snails to make his food, are they left no stone unturned? That is, the meaning of left no stone unturned. I told you that left no stone unturned is an idiom. Then the meaning is make all efforts necessary. So are they make all efforts necessary? Is that clear? Yeah. Number 4. Once an argument has started, a good lawyer should not shift his ground. Shift his ground is an idiom which means to change his opinion. Do you understand it? Good. Next, the last but not the least, we are having today, the governor of the state was rapped over the knuckles, which means rapped over the knuckles means criticize. Criticize. Do you get it? Alright. The governor of the state was rapped over the knuckles, which means the governor of the state was criticized. I believe you are getting it. Alright. Now, so far so good. We have been able to look at the following. I've been able to look at the meaning of idiomatic expressions. We said that idiomatic expressions are statements in style. Please, if you are writing, you can write something down. If you are jotting something down, they are statements in style, and it helps us to do what? To speak proficiently. And I want to make clear this term again. Please listen very carefully and jot something down. Idiomatic expressions. They are statements in style. And I said clichés. Clichés are words that are invented or created. They are inventions and creation. Words creation, or they are created or invented by a person or a group of people who are trained linguists, and such creation and invention of words are adapted into the language society or into the language community for the public usage of those words. That is what we mean by cliches. And when we talk about phrasal verbs, I told you that phrasal verbs are the same with idiomatic expressions. And this certainly helps you in writing better letters, essays, and speaking proficiently and with acceptable fluidity in public and in your daily speech life. For those of you writing exams or WAEC, I'd like you to know that your examiner will fall in love with your write-up, with your answers, where he begins to note that you are making balanced usage of some of these idioms in your write-up. Is that clear? Alright? And we have also seen we've seen that idiomatic expressions are not just ordinary structural utterances. They are not grammatical entries. Hence, they are statements in style. Now let's look at the examples. We've looked at the examples they are given and the usage of them in sentences. Number one, we've seen that she does not like to take a shot in the dark. And we said that take a shot in the dark is an idiom, which means guess at something suspected. Number two, for the students to pass their examination was not a walkover. It was not easy. So a walkover is an idiom which means easy. And I've told you that these idioms are the ones underlined. So the underlined words here are the idioms. Okay? Number three, looking for small snails to make his food. Are they left no stone unturned? Are they make all efforts necessary? Alright? Number four, once an argument has started, a good lawyer should not shift his ground, which means he should not change his opinion. Okay? Last but not the least, the governor of the state was rapped over the knuckles, which means he was criticized. Is that clear? Alright, so far so good. We have come to the end of this lesson for today. And please, I want to enjoin every one of you to attempt this assignment. Number one, write short note on the following: idiomatic expressions, cliches, and phrasal verbs. Number two, find the meaning of these idioms. Number one, catches my eye. Number two, make ends meet. And number three, weather the storm. By this, we have come to the end of this lesson. Pray that God will give you understanding. We'll continue from here in our next edition. Thank you, and God bless you.